The town was silent, forgotten. Dust lay thick on the empty streets. Weeds cracked through the sidewalks. The houses stood like hollow eyes, watching. At the edge of town, on a hill overlooking the forgotten souls below, stood a house. Dark, imposing. It was a house of shadows and secrets. Everyone avoided it. They said it was haunted. The old house had stood empty for as long as anyone could remember. No one dared to go near it. Not after the stories began. Stories of strange lights and chilling screams in the night. Stories of people going in but never coming out. The house on the hill was a place of whispers and fear. A place to avoid. It was a place that seemed to suck the very hope out of the air around it. Alex was different. He didn't believe the stories. He craved the thrill of the unknown, the adrenaline rush of fear. The old house with its air of mystery and danger called to him. He wanted to see for himself, to experience the truth behind the legends. He wanted to conquer the fear that held the whole town hostage. Don't go there, they warned him. It's dangerous. But their words were just fuel to his fire. The more they cautioned him, the more determined he became. He saw the fear in their eyes and he knew he was right to be afraid. But fear was a challenge to be overcome. He would show them. He would be the one to conquer the house on the hill. The air grew cold as Alex approached the house. He pushed open the creaking gate, its rusty hinges groaning like a scream. The house loomed above him, its windows like the eyes of a predator. He took a deep breath and stepped inside, the door groaning shut behind him. Dust lay heavy in the air, thick with the scent of decay. Cobwebs clung to every surface, and the only sound was the beating of his own heart. He took a step, then another, his footsteps echoing in the silence. Then he heard it, a whisper soft and low, just at the edge of hearing. He stopped, listening. It came again, a whisper in the darkness. Get out. Section 4. Faces in the Shadows. Alex pressed on, his heart pounding in his chest. The whispers grew louder, swirling around him like a malevolent wind. They seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once, whispering his name, taunting him, threatening him. He felt a cold hand on his neck and he spun around, but there was nothing there. Then he saw them. Faces in the shadows, peering at him from the darkness, pale faces with eyes like burning coals, their mouths open in silent screams. He stumbled back, tripping over a loose floorboard. The faces swirled around him, closing in, their whispers turning into screams. He scrambled to his feet and ran, the screams echoing behind him. Section 5. Trapped. Alex ran through the house, his breath coming in ragged gasps. He had to get out, had to escape the whispers and the faces, but the house seemed to twist and turn around him, the hallways stretching on forever. Doors slammed shut in front of him, trapping him in an endless maze of darkness and fear. He pounded on the walls, screaming for help, but the only answer was the echo of his own voice. The whispers surrounded him, closing in like a suffocating blanket. He felt a cold hand grip his ankle, and he fell, crashing to the hard floor. He looked up and saw them, the faces in the shadows, their eyes burning into him, their mouths twisted into grotesque smiles. Section 6. The New Haunting. Silence fell over the house once more. The whispers faded, the faces disappeared. Alex was gone. No trace of him remained, no sign that he had ever been there at all. The house on the hill stood silent, its secrets kept safe within its walls. But something had changed. The air was colder now, the silence heavier. The whispers, when they returned, were different. They were fainter, filled with a deep sadness, a longing for release. And sometimes, late at night, when the wind whistled through the broken windows, Those passing by the house on the hill could hear a new sound. A single word, whispered on the wind, "Help." The house on the hill remained haunted, but its prisoner had changed.